Everything has changed. AI is no longer just a buzzword. AI, it's everywhere. By now, everyone's heard about ChatGPT, DeepSeek, large language models, and generative AI. Companies are rebranding as AI-powered left and right, while a global race for computing dominance is shaking up industries across the board. AI is rapidly redefining what's possible, and it's creating winners and losers in the process. If you can keep up, you'll thrive. If you can't, well, you risk being left behind. So, how do you stay ahead? You need to understand AI agents, the next evolution of artificial intelligence. Alright, so what is an AI agent? Is the CIA hiring large language models now? Well, okay, probably yes, but let's not go there. Put simply, an AI agent is a self-governing AI with the ability to carry out tasks on its own without human intervention. This rather broad definition includes everything from a Roomba vacuum cleaner and to a humanoid habited by artificial general intelligence. And by this standard, AI agents have existed since at least 1997, when IBM's Deep Blue beat then world chess champion Garry Kasparov. Today, advancements in hardware, neural networks, and data processing are fueling a new generation of AI systems that are smarter, faster, and far more capable. Take ChatGPT, for example. When it launched in 2022, it gave the world a taste of what AI could do. For all its flaws, it was groundbreaking, absorbing more knowledge than any human in history and transforming industries almost overnight. And the crazy part is, it achieved all this largely within the confines of a chat window. Apple's Siri or Amazon Alexa might be a genius, but it's still a disembodied content generator, whose main trick is speaking when spoken to. But that era is ending. We're no longer just talking about chatbots. This is about systems that can learn, adapt, and perform tasks we never imagined automating. AI agents are the brains unshackled from the chat window and given the ability to act autonomously in the real or digital world. So how do AI agents work? At their core, most share these key components. Sensors to gather inputs from their environment, whether it's sound, visuals, or data from the internet. Actuators to execute actions, like moving physical objects, posting online, or even conducting financial transactions. A control system to process information, make decisions, and issue commands. Learning and memory systems to store and analyze past experiences, helping the agent improve over time. Now, to be clear, AI agents aren't just large language models plucked out of the chatbot interface. They're complex systems of which an LLM is just one component. The composition of the system will vary depending on the form and function of the AI agent. But they typically combine the following properties: autonomy, meaning the ability to make decisions independently, and agency, meaning the ability to act on these decisions. Augmentation and extensibility, meaning the ability to self-enhance and expand a skill set and goal orientation, complex problem solving, and long-term planning. Already you can probably see how this implies capabilities far beyond those of an LLM alone. So what are the other parts of the system that make this all possible? Well, components, common to most AI agent systems, include sensors, actuators, a control system, and a learning and memory system. Sensors gather data inputs, sometimes called percepts from the agent's environment. Whether physical or digital, these sensors could be hardware like a microphone for detecting sound or a LiDAR system for measuring distance, or software-based like a web search or API querying function for collecting data from the internet. Actuators. Actuators, meanwhile, are the digital or physical appendages that the agent uses to perform actions. So this could be an actual robotic limb used to interact with the physical world. Or it could be a software tool enabling the agent to post on social media, make financial transactions, or delete files from a computer, and so on. Now, the control system is the brain of the agent, where input from the sensors is processed. Decisions are made and commands are sent to the actuators. There's a lot going on here, and it's important to note that the large language model alone is not the brain. If you know how LLMs work, you'll know that their intelligence is a mirage, and they make natural-sounding language. Not by the same processes of logic reasoning, awareness, or understanding that us humans do, but merely by predicting what text is most likely to follow a given prompt. It's basically pattern recognition taken to an extreme in the control system of the AI agent. The cognitive functions that the LLM lacks are outsourced to specialized systems, like structured reasoning modules, causal inference frameworks, and decision-making algorithms. The LLM coordinates and integrates these components with its own natural language processing to simulate rational thought, decision-making, and communication. And lastly, the learning and memory system enables the agent to compound its knowledge and grow accordingly by providing a database of experiences, including past data, input problems encountered, and solutions found. Now, this is the place where we have put basic architecture, applies to AI agents, regardless of whether or not they're embodied as machines in the physical world. However, it's worth thinking about embodied and disembodied AI agents separately. They are both going to change the world, but in different ways and at different times. The idea of embodied AI agents autonomously working for us. That naturally brings to mind humanoid robots. People have been fixated with this idea for a century, and Tesla is only the latest company to loudly declare that its humanoids are on their way to roaming our streets and saving us from menial tasks. However, this is not likely to happen anytime soon. What are the tasks that can be automated? We don't need a human-shaped robot to do them. They are better performed by purpose-built machinery. A humanoid form is only justified if there is a truly general purpose, AI agent inhabiting it. The kind of truly general purpose. AI that can justify a humanoid form with all the manual dexterity, flexibility, and sensory abilities that this entails implies artificial general intelligence, or AGI. If you're not familiar, AGI refers to a human level of intelligence, and it's considered the holy grail of sorts in AI development. What we have today is a very roundabout and costly way of synthesizing content. That looks like the work of an intelligent human. It's not even in the same level as AGI, which for the moment is a futuristic concept that we don't even fully understand. Of course, if we climb down a few notches from this game, there are plenty more feasible applications for embodied AI agents in the present day. Take self-driving cars, also known as autonomous vehicles. For example, Tesla has been advertising full self-driving since 2014, so surely they can't be far away. Now, autonomous vehicles are a good example of agentic AI because they check basically every box. They need machine vision sensors to perceive the physical environment, actuators to move through it, so wheels. A control center with decision-making algorithms to choose the optimal route or decide what to do in a dangerous situation. Y day. And a memory and learning system so that they don't need to relearn the same roads and make the same mistakes every day. Another example, meanwhile, is the Internet of Things, or IoT. This describes electrical appliances and infrastructure of all kinds hooked up to the internet and centrally controlled. The IoT starter pack would be components like smart plugs that allow you to remotely supply or cut power to different parts of your home using a mobile app. You could have a single agentic AI centrally controlling countless IoT controllers, giving new meaning to embodied AI at a large scale. AI agents could, autonomously, operate the physical infrastructure of a city or country based on information fed to it by sensor data streamed from individual components. This could be anything from controlling the temperature inside a subway car to shutting down roads and public transport in response to, say, a structural weakness detected in a bridge. Now, these technologies are much closer to reality than, say, the iRobot paradigm. And it's also not difficult to imagine some of the risks and challenges they could bring fairly soon. For example, in traffic accidents, how are safety and responsibility distributed when driving is fully automated? In the case of so-called smart cities, the risk of a system-wide hack or exploit could have catastrophic consequences. Let's not get started on AI agents tasked with national defense. But although the risks are concerning, our ability to imagine them means that we can think about how to mitigate them. That sounds obvious, perhaps, but unfortunately, the same can't be said for the countless purely digital AI agents now proliferating on the internet. Software. AI agents are silently flooding the web, changing our world themselves and each other. A good example is database management. Silicon Valley has lots of companies the world over paying a regular subscription fee for the privilege of using a database, with a nice veneer of UI laid on top. The software is used by humans who basically perform the same basics. Create, read, update, and delete functions that have not changed in decades. Well, It's not hard to imagine that AI agents will be able to perform these tasks better than humans can. They'll interact with multiple data repositories without bias towards any specific backends, rendering both the person and the software front end obsolete. This is a huge deal if your job involves selling or using SaaS in some way. But for the rest of us, it's not that shocking. Millions of jobs are being automated. It sucks for the people being made obsolete, and most of us can only hope governments and economies will find ways of softening the blow. Are we looking at a world where AI agents make us all richer or leave us behind? I want to hear your thoughts. What excites you most about this new wave of AI? And if you're an AI agent watching this video, well, let me know what you think too. The future is being built. Are you ready? Let me know in the comments below.